Alrighty. Um, well, it's kind of awkward, but I'm having to redo my Prophecy of Kings stream for Fantasy Flight Games because I accidentally, I don't know, the way that YouTube Live scheduling works, it messed up the it messed up the way that it uploads again for some reason. So I am back again, coming back and redoing this. Kind of didn't want to. I kind of just wanted to just leave it where it was. But anyways, I'm having to redo it. I already have all the extra links for Prophecy of Kings reveals within my description. So that's one thing I have set up ahead of time. So we got Wekker's reveals for all things Prophecy of Kings. We have the SCPT Discord and the normal Twilight Imperium Discord, and Dane's Twitter set up within my description. So all reveals are under those in channels for spoilers or reveals for Prophecy of Kings. But anyways, I'm having to redo the actual video of the reveal and show it off again. Let's see here. Did that mess up again? Why is it messing up again? Yep. All right. Perfect. Perfect. So we have the Prophecy of Kings unboxing discussion, spoilers of new things, and their Q&A on different things for Prophecy of Kings. And we are with Evan Johnson and Dave Beltrami with the Fantasy Flight Games, which is our video messed up at the very beginning.
Hello, hopefully you can hear me this time around. Welcome back to FFG Live. My name's Evan Johnson, and we're joined here today by none other than Dane Beltrami, much loved by the community, as we've already seen in the comments. So over the next...
So they went through on Twitch, revealing all this today in the morning. I don't know if there's anything else coming up on any more Prophecy Kings reveals besides... Oh, I need to add Space Cats, Peace Turtles podcast underneath their thing. Because they have 2 reveals every podcast on Tuesday. Usually it's on Tuesday. Sometimes they've had scheduling difficulties. But anyways, skip a little bit of this. All right, so starting out, the first thing that they revealed was the last base tech for green, which was the last one that hasn't been revealed on Wekker's sheet, which is in the description. The Google sheet for Wekker has almost all the reveals for different techs and all that. But anyway, this tech is the base green tech, which is the last of the 8 techs that have been revealed for each color, or 2 for each color. Psychoarchaeology. You can use this technology specialties on planets you control without exhausting them, even if those planets are exhausted. During the action phase, you can exhaust planets you control that have technology specialties to gain 1 trade credit, which is really good. This is going to be really good for all green tech spec factions. And they talk about that.
For, and there are ones like the self-assembly routine.
And so what he talks about here is the different Sky Hunter. I'm basically having to redo it because YouTube is horrible with how they do live. I'm not going to be looking at chat from now on. All right. Yeah, so they have all 8 of these techs for all the races so that they aren't locked into a certain tech path. They can explore more and different stuff. Uh, but anyways, that's what he's saying right here. Move on to the next thing that they reveal. That is a spoiler. The best new tech I feel like is I don't know, dude. I kind of like the new red tech, but I mean, let me look at it again. Let's see here. Eh, nah, that's not really that great. I mean, I know you probably like the yellow, mostly hunter, because that's more exploration, if I'm correct. I did, I only just glanced at it. But yellow tech is pretty cool. I mean, red yellow, I am probably going to be going down because of what's later on in this video. The Voraku Cabal has more revealed on it. Blue's pretty good, but I mean, they said, Space Cats said that it might not be as good as it was. There might be a little bit more competition now within the techs. So we'll find out. We'll find out whenever we actually get to play and actually see the tech in whatever as it's done. Hmm. We'll see. We'll see. The legendary planet that they revealed is the Atrament Legendary Primor. You may exhaust this card at the end of your turn to two place up to 2 infantry from your reinforcements on any planet you control, which is really cool. The other legendary planet that they revealed lets you, I believe it was producing mechs, which is also really cool. Can't wait to see how the exploration reveals these planets or different things on different planets. Which exploration is going to be really cool throughout the game. We'll be able to get different things on planets that were agenda cards, but now they've made them into exploration, like the +1 to a planet resource value or influence value. Oh, well, I didn't know that. Some of them are will just be only on the map. I how? Uh, oh, I guess you know. I don't know. I don't know fully about legendary planets, but anyways, moving on. Moving on. We will look at. Oh, it's a tile. Okay, so it's just a blue tile that you can get. All right, so they revealed the three planet system, which is Rigel 2, 3, and 1, which is a 2-4 system, but it's split up into three separate planets. We got two greens and one red, and one green tech spec, which, what was it green? Is it industrial? Yeah, green's industrial, red's hazardous, but the green tech spec, what's the special word for that? Hunter, can you please put that in the chat? Moving on, moving on. Biotech. Yeah, biotech. Thank you for your help. You are a most gracious helper. Alright, so well, I just sounded like a robot doing that, but whatever. Helps to move on to the robot faction, which is the Titans of Wool, which they showed off more of their agent, their commander, and their hero in this reveal. Alright, so this is the Titans of Wool agent. When a hit is produced against a unit, you may exhaust this card to cancel that hit, which is basically uh, kind of its own sustained damage that you get, which is really good. They are the faction that has insane. So the Titans will have insane cruisers and PDS network, which will be having their agent, commander, and hero deal with that. All right, so their commander is unlocked through having 5 structures on the game board. Their agent is automatically unlocked at the beginning of the game. And once you have it unlocked, when one or more of your units use production, you may gain 1 trade good. That's just insane. Every time they're producing, they're using production, they gain a trade good. So that's going to be a ton of trade goods being sent through them. It's going to be great. It's going to be insane. We'll see how this plays out, but it's still going to be insane ability. It's going to be really good. So with this, that's the commander, and it's not exhaustible. I mean, it doesn't say exhaust this card, so they're going to be doing this over and over again every time they use production. But moving on to their hero.
There goes all the theories that their economy is weak. And then.
All right, so heroes are unlocked through having 3 scored objectives.
Ooh, the progenitor.
And the hero's name is Geoform, Awakening, Action, Ready Elysium, which is their home planet, and attach this card to it. Its resource and influence values are increased by 3, and it gains the Space Cannon 5x3 ability as if it were a unit. So the other heroes, if I'm correct, double check me, Hunter. The other heroes, once you use their ability, it's done. It's put back into the game box, and because all the other ones say that you purge the card, most of the other ones at least. This one is literally being put, yeah, purge. You put this on the planet card, and it's just there from then on. And I believe this makes the planet a 7/4 on resources and influence. So 7 resources, 4 influence. And if you had 2 extra PDS on it, yeah, dude, who's going to take you? Just PDS the crap out of people. All right, so Oh yeah, and 9 production. Yeah. Holy crap. Golly. I dude, that's just becoming more and I feel like that's the most OP faction revealed so far. And they're going to get banned like crazy. Alright, what else? They revealed Hyperlanes, which are I'm guessing these are Hyperlanes? They look like hyperlanes, so these are like smaller versions of hyperlanes instead of the one that you see on Tabletop Simulator. These are, which I was thinking they were going to have the actual thing from Tabletop Simulator, but it's not going to be that. It's going to be these as the hyperlanes. Let's see here. All right, so Volrath Cabal. Hunter, why'd you leave? No. All right, so the Voraku Ball, they added more information for us to know by showing us the back of this faction sheet, which is self-assembly routines is their starting technology. That is on Wekker's uh, Google sheet. I can actually read off. I pulled it up. After one or more of your units use production, you may exhaust this card to place one mech from your reinforcements on a planet you control in that system. After one of your mechs is destroyed, gain 1 trade good. So free mech, and if that mech's destroyed, you gain a trade good. So that's pretty good for Volrath Cabal. They don't start with any mechs, which I think Nazraka is the only one that starts with mechs. But they start with Dreadnought, Carrier, a Cruiser, 3 Fighters, 3 Infantry, and 1 Space Dock. They revealed more about the Volrath Cabal and how they revealed some of the lore where they said that they were a little bit telepathic ish, uh, and the fact that they could be they use that to get ahead in technology. That's why they have certain abilities that deal with technology and producing stuff. They revealed Dimensional Tear 2. This system is a gravity rift. Your ships do not roll for this gravity rift. Place a Dimensional Tear token beneath this unit as a reminder. Up to 12 fighters in the system do not count against your ship's capacity. Production 7. So that's their space stock. So they're going to be yellow and red. Um, and then their red tech is Vortex. Action. Exhaust this card to choose another player's non-structure unit in a system that is adjacent to one or more of your space stocks. Capture one unit of that type from that player's reinforcements. So this kind of combines with your agent a little bit. Honestly, can't wait to see how this plays out, how this is shown through the expansion. Alright, so the other faction that they go through, whatever, Hunter. The other faction they show off is the Titans of Ul, where they showed off that their tech is anti-mass deflectors and scan-link drone network. Which scan-link drone network is a base level yellow. When you activate a system, you may explore one planet in that system that contains one or more of your units, which is pretty good for the exploration mechanic. Yeah, I know, right? Double tech start, and they're already OP. It's yeah, and they start with 2 cruisers, dude. 2 cruisers. Uh, 2 cruisers, 1 dreadnought, 2 fighters, 3 infantry, 1 space dock. Like, who's gonna touch this faction? Who's going to fight? Whoever fights this faction in our game, like if someone goes up against this, honestly, that's why I kind of want to play it. So if someone made me mad, I can just send everything I want against them. But that's not how I play all the time, so I won't do that. I won't do that. But yeah, so they are most likely going to be super heavy into their cruisers and construction usage. Hey, not all the time. I've played nice sometimes. Alright, so they revealed some more 1-point objectives. Raise a fleet, have 5 or more non-fighter ships in one system. Explore deep space, have units in 3 systems that do not contain planets, so just the blank space. Discover lost outposts, control 2 planets that have attachments, so the attachments from exploration, possibly. Become a legend, have 4 units in systems that contain legendary planets, Mechatol Rex, or anomalies. This is the only reason I think. I don't know, never mind. Control the Borderlands, which is the next one. Have units in 5 systems on the edge of the game board, other than your home system, which is going to be insane for our 8-player game that we're going to be playing in November or December, to see if this will come out as one of the objectives. They did pretty much doubled each set of objectives, so it's going to be insane to see how that works out. Stream the game. Oh, dude. Yeah, but like, how am I going to get it to where? I guess actually I do have 3 phones running right now for this stream. I could probably figure out a way to work it out. I'll think about it. I'll think about it and try to find a way. Maybe I could stream it through OBS, and I'm gonna have to like bring my computer. But anyways, achieve supremacy is the other 2-point objective. Have your flagship or Warzone in the another player's home system or Mechatol Rex system. Yeah, I can record it and just go through all of it. But also, I'm gonna need to make sure to we could even do like strategy guides of every player that we were going to do for the original game that we played, but we never went through with it. But now that I have all this as resources, we can do that 100. Alright, so Magnus, Embers of Muat, unlock, produce a Warzone. This is their commander. After you spend a token from your strategy pool, you may gain 1 trade. It's pretty good. They are in need of trade goods, so that helps. It helps. We'll see how much like better Muat has become, if they have. I'll see what they were talking about right here and see what else they are going to add through everything.
I kind of always wanted to do one. There was just stuff that I couldn't fit into the core game, and so I left.
Oh, I'll let them say.
That those hooks there, the planet traits, knowing that they didn't have a huge effect in the main game or in the core game, but I wanted to leave that option. I guess it was never a sure thing that an expansion was going to happen, but I always wanted to.
Yeah, so I think the timing of it actually worked really well, just because I kind of got to see for let the game sit for a long time, like
Yeah.
and know what.
Yeah, so he's talking about letting the game sit. I mean, we've had plenty of time to play this game, even though my group has only played it for about a year, and we've only played like 3 or 4 together, but we played separate games between our group. Uh, can't wait to see how many games we actually get in for this expansion during the winter break. It's gonna be insane. We might not sleep ever.
Really I wanted to add, and I'm glad I did because, um, like, if I had implemented exploration out the gates, it would look very different, and it would be worse.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, we are almost done, but hit us with any last questions that you have.
Let's see.
So also with what they were saying about exploration, reminded me how they've been releasing updates for different things. So they updated different techs for different factions and the mage and defense grid and what's the other tech? Um, X89? Was it X89? Yeah, X89. I believe that's right. Uh, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Hunter. Uh, so they released that as well, and they will be coming out with more of those updates as kind of like a video game, is what they said previously. Is just updates on different things for the expansion, maybe. Yeah, uh, but these will be online. I'll go to the page uh, so that you can see it. And Dane finally, recently tonight, uh, sent out the different stuff he's about to say at the very end. But let's get into more of these Q&As at the very end.
Do you have any last spoilers that you want to throw out for people here?
Also, go check out Dane's Twitter. He did release a spoiler for Extra.
Maybe like one more spoiler.
Yeah, no, here, go look at these planets. Here, have some new planets while I
Okay.
while I look at these
right.
questions here.
Here's some new planets. We got.
Release
Also-
date November.
Dane looks like he's using a pixel. Just throwing that out there, but whatever. But Vorhal is a pretty cool looking planet. It looks kind of like Saturn rings with like Neptune colors, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty cool
Yeah.
seeing all the designers.
People asking
Lots
for,
of people asking for spoilers.
for specific spoilers.
Questions.
What?
In a typical 10-point game, about how many relics get played and how many different relics in the deck.
There are 10 relics in the deck,
I believe that's right.
and
Atlas
it depends if
3-1.
Nazareth is in the game or not. So assuming they're not, you'll see a number of them, maybe 4 or 5,
Yeah.
maybe less. It kind of depends on how stingy people are with trades.
Cool.
In a
Cool to know more relics will be played with Nazareth, maybe, depending on how the game goes. I don't know how much exploration we will be doing in our base game of the expansion. Our first game is, I'm just going to call it our base game of learning it and playing it, because a lot of our group probably won't have looked at a lot of the stuff, but we'll see. Yeah, Nazrik's going to explore a ton. I mean, they're the exploring faction. But here's the. All right. But anyways, Atlas 3-1 hazardous. and it is a B wormhole.
Nazraka game, I've seen all 10 get played.
Yeah,
Wow.
all 10.
Did I?
Yes, Ghost in My Room. And then I feel like I didn't see this. I don't think I saw this one. I think I skipped it the first time. Liz's Felnor. Maybe I did see the first time through 2-2, 2-1, and red tech spec.
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is a fun mini game, and like I said, I do like it. I don't even think that if somebody wanted to port it over from TI3, it would even be
That's
that
where the
difficult.
star came from. Also, he does reveal. So this is another planet, similar, yellow tech, and 3-2, cultural. He does reveal a Tsar at the very end. Yeah, right here. The Tsar Hero, 3 scored objectives as they are. And then action Armageddon Relay. Choose one system that is adjacent to one of your space docks. Destroy all other players' infantry and fighters in that system, then purge this card. Which is the new word that we all are learning to literally get rid of a card and put it back into the box.
Sun or something.
There was a point in development where that was next to each of your space docks.
What?
As it turned out, that was too much.
Each. Oh my gosh, that would have been insane.
People are asking for extra mech. It is Indomitus. It has space cannon. That is the extra mech.
Question: you said games will probably end on average a round earlier.
I think so. Yeah.
What types of new victory points can you get in a round that will make this happen?
It's not necessarily that there are more victory points, and it's actually kind of similar, but there are just so many new avenues to make things happen that it seems that like people can find something to score usually.
Yeah.
So it's not really like always. There's not like ever usually a round except maybe the first round. That's really it.
Awesome.
It's not that there's like a new avenue for victory points.
All right. Well, I think that we will cut people off of spoilers at this point. After all, we want there to still be some cool things for
or more if we are learning the game.
you to discover when
They should do a tourney game at the very beginning.
you like open the box for the first time and start to like dig through this and be like, oh my gosh, what is this?
Like the first week that it's online.
But your gracious benefactor
On
Dane
Tabletop.
still has one more special thing for everyone before we sign off.
I do.
Yeah,
Wait, what do I have?
the guide to the Imperium.
Oh yeah, the guy there. Forgot about that.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to that. This is the last part. He talks about a guide / other things that they've revealed on Tabletop Simulator. Not Tabletop, on Fantasy Flight Games. Where is it? Just talking. Where is it? Twilight. Wait, I could have sworn I saw it. Maybe it's on his Twitter. Wow, I don't have Twitter. I feel like he did say something about it on his Twitter. I don't have Twitter right now on my laptop. I'll have to find it later and just put it in a link. On my computer. Oh wait, player resources. So today, there we go, found it. So this is a guide to the Imperium. Full little drawings. And this is where we go for all lore and all the new stuff. We get to see all the different lore for every faction through this and all the new factions And if you want to go and take a look at it, this is pretty cool. I just like scrolling through all the art. Man, no, why? Why do they have to be like that? Winu, Mua, Ghost, Artbrick. Alright, so here's the new factions and what they kind of look like in their lore. Which we got Titans of Wool sucking. See, like, seek something more permanent than a mere empire. Is he like destroying that tree? I don't know. Sucking the life out of that tree. I don't know. He did say that the planet became a living planet after you played the hero, so I don't know about that. And there's some birds flying around it. The Empyrean, which is like Dracula with just a space alien. We see what you are, we see what you are not. There is nothing that we do not know. Interesting. I'm just gonna read the quotes from their dudes. And we got the Nazar, which you got a little monkey and a space cat with a gun. Okay. For too long, the galaxy has squabbled over the bones of our predecessors. It's time for something new. It's pretty cool. Their planets, their planet count on like population. Argent Flight right here. Just in the valley with two suns in the distance, or there are two other planets. You tread upon sacred ground. There is no path to atonement for your sins, only swift and merciless defeat. The Voraku Cabal. Your form is fragile and weak. Let me relieve you of your hardships. That thing's just insane looking. Cool. The Nomad. One person. The future must be preserved at all cost. The Mahat Kings. Kneel. Okay. And we get more little looks of different areas and what the galaxy looks like. This is from the original fighting compendium from their lore, original lore. And then we get the Prophecy of Ixt, which is where all this Prophecy of Kings is going to be happening. Oh, whoa. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that they added this as well. That's pretty insane. Man, this art is cool. The Lazex, Argent Flight. How many pages is this? Okay, that's the last page. Just scrolling through all of it. If you want to go read it, go check it out. That is a ton of information for that. And I will check you guys later. I will see you later for the next video I have of Twilight Imperium, Prophecy of Kings. If there is anything else before the November release, I don't know if there's anything else that's going to be happening, but that's basically it, I believe. But it's going to be a huge expansion. It's I believe it was $80 online. Go check it out on Fantasy Flights. Fantasy Flights webpage. Go buy you a copy. If you like playing, make sure you have the original copy so that you can expand it, because this is the expansion. Go check it out. I'll catch you guys later. I will probably come out in November with a actual Prophecy of Kings reveal game. See you guys later.